This is another weather update. We're forecasting our next storms. Well, we've been in a pretty quiet period. No, weather can't be quiet forever. There has to be another storm after a little bit of a quiet period, but there's going to be some more storms. So as we look here at the GFS model, we're looking at 6 p.m. today, a little bit after I posted a video on YouTube. But you can see very quiet weather, some rain in northern Dakota, some lake effect snow showers on the eastern side of those Great Lakes, and then you could have a few snow squalls maybe in the the mountains of the upper state of New York. So, but nothing too big expected with that. And then we see a little bit of Clipper system on Friday coming down and bringing some rain for the Ohio Valley near like St. Louis, Louisville, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and then mostly all the snow is going to be up in Canada, but then again some lake effect snow showers on the Great Lakes. Then we see a lot of cold air coming down. While this isn't going to be some frigid Arctic polar vortex or anything like that, it is going to be some pretty cold air, 30s, 20s, maybe in the single digits in, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa. And so we see that storm kind of die off, but then it transfers some of its energy to this next storm off the East Coast. Earlier this week, this looks like had a potential for being a nor'easter, but as we've gone further into week, it's looked like it's going to be too weak and go too far off from the coast to become a nor'easter. Still, maybe a few inches in an area like Washington, D.C., central Virginia, the Delmarva region, and southern Jersey. But again, it does slide east. It's not a very strong enough storm to become a big nor'easter or anything. So maybe a few snow showers in Boston or Cape Cod, but then it slides to the east, and it's also quick moving, so that's going to affect those snow totals. So nothing big expected with that storm. And then we enter a little bit of another quiet period of weather, a little bit of precipitation coming into Washington and Oregon. They've seen so much precipitation this whole winter, just slamming the northwestern coast, and that's going to develop into our next storm coming down from the north around February 16th on Wednesday all the way into Thursday. That's when we're going to be expecting our next storm to be, and this is the one, this is our next big storm, I would say. If you count the East Coast storm as a big storm, then our second big storm, the East Coast one will be the next big storm, but it's not really going to be a big storm. So I'd say this is going to be our next big storm if this happens. We are a few days, more than a few days out, actually. We're a ways out. We're more than a week out here, but still showing a signal for a storm. Some severe weather, which is what I'm really worried about with this storm. If this is what were to happen, I think the severe weather is going to be the worst. And like I said in the intro, we are watching for that severe weather potential in the south, and that's one of the trends is we're seeing some storms coming down from the north and some more severe weather. While January, early this month, we didn't see that much severe weather. December, we saw a lot of severe weather, and I think we're going to go back into maybe kind of that pattern, not exactly like that, but maybe a pattern where we see more severe weather than snow like we did in December, but still some decent snow on the north side. Could affect St. Louis, but again, a few days out, where that snow is going to set up, where that rain and severe weather is going to set up, we still don't know all the details. So if there is severe weather, I would love to cover that. I'm excited for the severe weather season. I'm excited for spring to cover all the severe weather. So stay with more weather as we go into spring, into the summer, and we see those severe weather, tornado outbreaks possibly, in the spring. Then we see some cold air coming down behind that. We see a few Clipper systems really bringing down cold air, but not frigid cold air, just some frequent I wouldn't say Arctic blast, but I guess technically Arctic blast from these Clipper systems bringing down not frigid, but pretty cold air. And then we see another system. Again, this is a really far way out, so take this with a grain of salt. But then in some more severe weather in the south, so we're just gonna have to watch the latest trends, forecasting some more severe weather, more big storms. So subscribe. Go follow me on Twitter for the latest updates. We're posting a bunch of stuff over there on Winter Storm Landon. So go follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you in the next weather update, forecasting all these next big storms, the latest trends, and enjoy Valentine's Day weekend and the big game on Sunday.